Hello, and welcome to another edition of Local Fare. I'm Teresa Frosini. Did you know Dallas-Fort Worth has more restaurants per capita than New York City? That's right. Here in North Texas, we like to experience dinners out on the town. But how do you decide where to go? Well, we invite three ordinary people just like you and me to suggest a place for the other two to visit. And then we all come together here at Bowl and Barrel and discuss their experiences. We have three unique restaurants to talk about tonight, so let's see what's cooking this week right here on Local Fare. We're here in the restaurant portion of Bowl and Barrel, our home base for gathering and talking about our week's dining experiences. Just past the bar, you'll find 15 lanes of state-of-the-art bowling that's fun for the whole family. It's Dallas's first boutique bowling alley. Plus, it's a dining and entertainment experience that you won't find anywhere else. Okay, so this week we've brought in three people from the DFW area who suggested their favorite restaurant for the other two to go for a visit. Come back here and tell us what they think. Our guests this week are Tom Kelly, a Texas oilman from Dallas who suggested these guys visit City Cafe. Kashada Fitzgerald is an event planner from Dallas and her favorite restaurant is called Meso Maya. And Mark Lindbergh, a chief financial officer from Coppell, who wanted the rest of the table to try Amici. So we'll start this week with a restaurant where Tom Kelly is a regular. It's a white tablecloth bistro called City Cafe.
My name is Kareem Alawi, and I am your host here at City Cafe, located at 5757 Lovers Lane in Dallas, Texas, 75209. As far as our restaurant is concerned, I would definitely put it on the very top of restaurants in Dallas. Here at City Cafe, we do new American cuisine. Of course, it has a little twist. We had added in our menu a nice section that says Southern cuisine. It has picked up really well. And we also have a nice array of salads. We prepare some beautiful, beautiful salads here, and they are also very delicious. We have a very extensive wine list, and we bring wines from all over the world. We try to keep our atmosphere very subdued. All our tables have a lot of room in between them. I think what attracts our customers to the restaurant, the fact that they can come in, have a very nice dinner, have a great conversation, and listen to each other.
Okay, Tom, let's start with you. Why did you choose City Cafe?
You know, it's a great, quiet place. Very intimate. You can visit there if you have a night for a date or a business meeting. It's very, very comfortable. I love the service. The food quality has always been good.
Do you have a favorite food that you like to eat there?
I do. The Dover sole, which is sometimes not on the menu, is really incredible. And we always choose an appetizer called crab louis, which is a crab tower with fresh crab meat and avocado and a great remoulade sauce that's very good. So,
Kashada, I saw your head go. Did you try that appetizer?
I did. I actually went there for brunch and had a couple items, but the couple sitting next to me at the bar, they recommended things for dinner, and they said the crab louis, and the bartender was generous enough to say, let's go ahead and try it, you know, you'll have to try this, and it was fantastic.
Tell me a little bit about the brunch menu that you had.
Yeah, I actually tried the omelet. It's a vegetarian omelet with tofu, some vegetables. The food was fantastic, the service was great, and the entire restaurant, I just felt like I found this hidden gem that I never even knew about. It was perfect.
That's how we felt.
Yeah.
Mark, tell me about your experience there.
Well, it was like eating in your living room. I mean, the drapery, it was very quiet. I mean, certainly everything in Dallas has gotten so loud, so if you go to a steakhouse, you can't hear your people across the table talking from you, whether it's a date or a business deal. But it was just, you know, lower ceilings, the warmth of the you know, the draperies and the colors of the carpets, and I mean, just everything in there was really nice.
I'm impressed you picked up on that. That's pretty good.
Well, I fell down a couple of times, so I could see the carpet up close. Yeah. So
what you had to eat?
I actually had the calamari with some jalapenos in it, give it a little extra spice, and then I had the chicken fried chicken, which is, of course, something that you can't get every place, and it was done to perfection. I actually had to take it home, had smashed potatoes underneath it that was spectacular, and some sauteed spinach, which I'm sort of a peculiar guy with sauteed spinach. If if it's not done with butter and garlic, I don't really like it. So they did a great job.
What was the atmosphere like on a Friday night there?
It was busy, but not overcrowded. And like I said, it wasn't too loud. You could go there and actually hear everybody talk around you, which was amazing.
And I imagine, Tom, you've probably been there, brunch, lunch, dinner. Do you have a preference?
Times. No, I like the evening. It's quieter. It's near our home, and so it's very convenient. My wife always gets the lobster salad. Kareem, the manager there, is a pro at making you feel glad you're there. Key lime pie is incredible, but I'm a sucker for key lime pie, but it's very good, very good.
So let's rate this restaurant, and we'll do it on 1 to 5 based on value and then also just overall how you felt about the restaurant. So Tom, it was your choice. Let's start with you. What would you rate this?
I'd rate it 4.5. You know, I don't think everything's perfect, but it's close. It was very good.
And then how about for you, Kashada? How would you rate this?
I would say a 4. It was really good. The service was great. Maybe it was a little hard for me to find parking, but once you're in there, the service was fantastic. I felt like I was at home. I felt like I could sit next to Tom and walk up and have a good night with him too, but it was a great restaurant.
Excellent. Mark, how about for you?
I'd give it a good solid 4, and I give it that because of the service. I mean, service was spectacular. Kareem touched every table. I mean, he's the front of the house guy, and he made sure that everybody knew he was there, and he made sure that everybody had a good time.
As far as value for the food, how was that?
For what you were getting, and then the service you get paired with that, it's almost a steal to pay those kind of prices in a place like that.
Yeah, that was I was very impressed the first visit. I thought, wow, this is a great bargain for this kind of quality.
Exactly, to still get that kind of service.
Yeah.
Affordable wine list. I found a nice Bordeaux to go with my fried chicken.
Okay.
Because I'm a red wine lover. So.
Nice. All right, so it sounds like it was affordable and a great place to go.
Yes.
All right, great. Thanks, Tom. When we come back, we'll visit a downtown Dallas restaurant that's filled with the flavors from the interior of Mexico.
Meso Maya offers an adventure into the Mexican cuisine.
If you're looking for a truly unique entertainment experience, look no further than Bowl & Barrel, Dallas' only modern American restaurant and tavern complete with 15 state-of-the-art bowling lanes. Whether it's a casual date, a private party, or a corporate event, Bowl & Barrel is a great way to spend an afternoon or evening and the place everyone will be talking about the next day. Great food, great drinks, and great bowling. What are you waiting for? Let's roll. Bowl & Barrel, 8084 Park Lane, Dallas.
Welcome back to Local Fare, here at Dallas's Bowl & Barrel, where we take 3 regular DFW restaurant goers, have them suggest their favorite restaurant, and have 2 others go for a visit and tell us what they think. Kashada Fitzgerald says Meso Maya is a place where the Mexican Yucatan, Veracruz, and southern Mexico all come together for a dining experience that will make you think you're on vacation.
My name is Nico Sanchez, Executive Chef of Meso Maya Restaurants, Preston and Forest, and downtown Dallas by the Perón Museum. Meso Maya is an adventure into the fresh, bold, and earthy flavors of interior Mexico. We make everything from scratch, so you can definitely taste the freshness of the food. You have to try one of our signature dishes, the burrito azteca. It's layers of tortillas with cheese and sauce. Also, we have a few enchiladas, different than the ones we're used to here in Dallas. We have a couple of very, very interesting drinks. One of them, we made it off of fresh avocado and pineapple. We have another one that's made of serranos and mottled strawberry and cucumber. We also offer the first Mexican patio here in Dallas. It's a beautiful courtyard inside the restaurant.
Okay, Kashada, this sounds like an incredible place. Tell me why you chose it.
It is amazing. The atmosphere alone, it's always busy, but not the uncomfortable busy. There's people everywhere. The staff is moving so quickly, but you don't feel overwhelmed. It's just you soak up that atmosphere and that energy.
What's your favorite thing to get there?
The brisket enchiladas. Oh, they're amazing, and they just hit the spot every single time.
And you said it's open for lunch and dinner. Do you have a preference?
I think dinner, and then a lot of times they're right by the AAC, so it is just booming when there's a Stars game, Mavs game, a concert. It's booming with everyone excited about those events. It's a great, great time.
So Mark, what was your experience when you tried it?
It was spectacular. We got seated right away, and we had multiple servers. I mean, not just one.
Yeah.
Did salsas. We had a green chili enchilada. I'm not exactly sure what type of chili they put on it, but it was definitely a green chili, and it was awesome. My 12-year-old daughter was there, and she rarely eats, you know, anything, but she found some really nice chicken tacos, and the rice is different down there. I'm not exactly sure what they do differently with it, but it's definitely out of the norm of what a Tex-Mex is in Dallas. We had some appetizers. We also had the pozole verde, which is they use a different type of green chili for the pozole, but it was quite spectacular. Wow. Definitely go back.
Tom, tell me about your experience.
Salsa was warm, roasted peppers, roasted tomatoes. The chips were fresh. The service, like you said, was incredible. We had a great waiter that was actually from Mexico, and my wife is from Mexico City, and so they were able to communicate quite well about the flavors and the food. She had the mole chicken that was really a good sauce, not too thick, and I had the pork chop that was delicious with a quesadilla serving. We had an issue about the pork chop at first because it was a little tough, probably cooked too fast, but the waiter was adamant that he wanted us to experience what the chef wanted that to be.
Wow.
And so he brought another piece back, and it was cooked perfectly, tender. We got to take it home and enjoy a lot of it the next day. But it was a wonderful place. The back patio, they have a wonderful outdoor patio, which I thought was a lot of fun.
How about did anybody have any drinks there? What's it like?
Tom drank half the bar, but the tequila bar is spectacular.
I didn't want to get into the margaritas, but they were very
We're
good.
going to go there, Tom.
We're
going there.
And we were there a while, but they were very, very good.
It's its own scene.
Yeah.
So it sounds like there's a lot going on there. Is this a date place you go? Is this a place you go with your friends? What's the atmosphere like for it?
It's really weird because I think you can go there on a date. It's very loud and very busy, but the warmth of the actual interior, I feel like if you were, and they notice that at the front door when they're seating you. If I was with just my fiance and they would seat us kind of off the beaten path. But when I'm with a group of friends, you're at a big, large table in the front next to the bar, completely in that atmosphere and that excitement of the bar and the restaurant. So I definitely think it's both.
They put the troublemakers on the back patio, so that's where Tom went.
That's where we ended up.
Any downside that you found to it?
No, the problem I had with the pork chop, they fixed it just immediately. It was great.
How about the wait?
They're very upfront about their wait, which is kind of refreshing. You know, they'll tell you exactly how long it might be, and if you have a reservation, even if they're a little bit behind on their reservations, they tell you exactly how long until you'll be seated, and they remember you and touch base with you. So they almost turn a negative, which is waiting for your table, into a positive.
I know you guys have a lot of good stuff. Let's rate. Let me start with you, Mark. Scale of 1 to 5.
I'm going to go 4.5. And the reason I go with 4.5 is by far above and beyond the rest of the Tex-Mex opportunities here in Dallas. There's a couple that are close to it in the city, but this is definitely in the top 3 in my opinion.
Okay.
I agree. I'd do the same. Same, 4.5.
Excellent. Obviously, you chose it.
Yeah, not because I chose it, but I have to give it a 5. I haven't had a bad experience. I love that place, so I have to give it a 5.
Thanks so much. Great choice. When we come back, we'll visit an Italian eatery in Carrollton that blends the traditional with the eclectic. It makes for a unique dining experience. Stay with us.
It's not the same old Italian, first of all, and that they're gonna find something different every time they come in.
If you're looking for a truly unique entertainment experience, look no further than Bowl & Barrel, Dallas' only modern American restaurant and tavern complete with 15 state-of-the-art bowling lanes. Whether it's a casual date, a private party, or a corporate event, Bowl & Barrel is a great way to spend an afternoon or evening and the place everyone will be talking about the next day. Great food, great drinks, and great bowling. What are you waiting for? Let's roll. Bowl & Barrel, 8084 Park Lane, Dallas.
Welcome back. We have one more restaurant to discuss this week, and it was suggested by Mark Lindbergh. It's called Amici, where you'll find traditional Italian mixed with some exotic offerings as well.
My name is Barlino Cucuzza. I'm the chef and owner of Amici Signature Italian in Old Downtown Carrollton. We're located at 1022 South Broadway. I try to keep it really simple. Simple Italian, simple French. More of a combination of both cuisines. Nothing I cook has more than 7 ingredients in it. Keep it simple, keep it fresh. I love working with game meats, elk and antelope and venison, now kangaroo. I mean, it's all very good and it's very lean. All my desserts, there's an elegance to them and a simplicity. We have a full bar, everything's top shelf, and a lot of my guests have actually complimented us on our wine list. I mean, I think the majority of our wines are in the $20 to $40 range. We're not trying to be big, we're not trying to be super busy all the time. It's a lot of one-on-one with myself and the guests and my staff and the guests. I go out to every guest at least twice. It's not just a job, it's not just a restaurant, it's my place.
Okay, Mark, talk to me about Amici.
Amici is unbelievable. Amici's signature Italian. It's Chef Bartolino, and he's been around for about 22 years. We've been going for the last 20 years, my wife and I, with our old friends from years past, and it is just something that you don't really get in Dallas. Dallas is not known for Italian food, and it is spectacular.
What's your favorite meal there?
I always go for, I mean, they serve exotic animals, antelope, elk, venison. You don't get that a lot of places in Dallas, so I've gone for the antelope and the elk when it's in, in season, they get it in. They have something they call cheese bread, which is thin sliced tomatoes with a little bit of Parmesan, and it's just lightly roasted. So it comes out gooey and sticky and awesome.
Cheese and bread, really, you can't go
wrong
wrong with that, right? All right, Tom, tell me about your experience.
Well, we had the cheese bread as well, and you could make a meal out of the cheese bread, I mean, by itself, but it was incredible. Not a large place, in the old part of Carrollton there is pretty quaint, but we had the scallops as an appetizer, lots of garlic, but I love garlic. And then I had the carbonara shrimp with the prosciutto and the ham, a lot of flavor, incredible. My wife had the veal tenderloin, which was the Marsala wine sauce, was very good. So it was a great experience.
Let's talk about your experience.
Yeah, I went there, it was a date night, and it worked out great. It was earlier in the evening, so it's kind of quiet, and it's the perfect date night spot. And we tried the tomato mozzarella salad, which I love, and they added goat cheese to that, which was a little flair to it, and it was all local, really good. And then because it was a little earlier, I felt I could ask more questions and talk to our server a little bit more and asked about some off-menu items they might have. And I ended up getting the pesto pizza, which was so good, and it was thin crust and the flavors were outstanding. It was really, really good experience.
So what's the atmosphere like when you go in there?
Well, it's very casual, it's very relaxed. They had a fire about two and a half years ago, so they actually rebuilt, I think they opened about a year ago back. Full bar service and everything. It used to be BYOB, which was always a special one for us wine aficionados, but Chef Bartolino's always been there. He's done an excellent job of getting Italian good quality food out in this marketplace.
So casual place, when you go there, you don't have to dress up then, it sounds like. You can dress up or down.
It's just a casual, nice place to go to. People will be there in suits and ties, and people will be there in jogging suits and running shoes. So.
Now, let me ask you two, if it wouldn't have been suggested to you and you just saw it there, you happened upon it, would you have gone in?
Probably not. I wouldn't have ever picked it just because I've never been to Carrollton to eat, and this was our first experience, and so we'll be back. It was really, really, really a great place.
Almost a hidden gem, as you had mentioned.
It's that hidden gem you don't know about, and now you know about it, and you'll continue to go. They were very in tune to sharing their history. It was almost a part of them, and they wanted us to know that whole experience behind it.
And this guy's been here for years. He moved here when he was 17 to open up his first pizza parlor, which I thought was pretty unique, from New Jersey.
Scale of 1 to 5, Tom, what would you say?
I'd say 4, solid, easy.
Okay, good. And you said you'd go back again?
Yes,
Venture
look forward
to
again.
Yeah.
Good.
I would say 4 as well. The food is great, but then that service level just gives it that extra nod, and I would give it a solid 4, definitely.
I know you recommended it.
I'm
but
definitely a 5. It's a place my wife and I have been going to for 20 years. So
it sounds like it's a great place to go for service and for food. Great.
Yes.
Thanks so much. Stay with us. When we come back, our restaurant expert Kyle Noonan will be along with a few thoughts about this week's restaurants. Don't go away.
If you're looking for a truly unique entertainment experience, look no further than Bowl and Barrel, Dallas' only modern American restaurant and tavern complete with 15 state-of-the-art bowling lanes. Whether it's a casual date, a private party, or a corporate event, Bowl and Barrel is a great way to spend an afternoon or evening and the place everyone will be talking about the next day. Great food, great drinks, and great bowling. What are you waiting for? Let's roll. Bowl and Barrel, 8084 Park Lane, Dallas.
Joining us now is restaurateur Kyle Noonan, who's had a long history in the Dallas restaurant scene. He knows what works and what doesn't when it comes to Dallas food and drink. All right, Kyle, what are your thoughts about these 3 restaurants?
Well, first of all, I love the 3 choices. Amici, being out in Carrollton, is a place that people from Dallas might not have heard of, but it's a fantastic place and it's definitely worth the drive. City Cafe has been a long-standing Dallas institution. And then the newcomer on the block is Meso Maya. And they, what they've done is they've veered off from traditional Tex-Mex and went to true, authentic Mexican-style cuisine, which is kind of unique for the Dallas dining scene.
I thought it was interesting, too. I never send things back, or I never complain about food because I'm afraid of what people are going to do. But it was interesting. Like, talk a little bit about that.
I mean, I can tell you, as a restaurateur, the thing you hope for is, well, you hope that you don't mess up. But the chances are you're going to mess up every once in a while. And, you can only hope that the consumer raises their hand and says, hey, I have a problem. Because that gives you, as a business owner, as an operator, a chance to fix the situation and make sure that nobody leaves unhappy. Because the worst thing in the world is having somebody that comes in, dines at one of your establishments, leaves, doesn't have a good time, and never comes back. And then you've lost somebody and you don't have a chance to gain them back. If they don't take that approach, then shame on them. But really, I'm just so proud that Tom was able to raise his hand and say, hey, this isn't right, because it did give Meso Maya a chance to fix the situation, which they did. Now they have a raving fan because of it. All restaurateurs, I guarantee you, would love to hear the feedback, even if it's bad. Give them a chance to make it right.
Well, great advice, and I think it's how you take it to them, too. I think Tom took it to them in a really positive way.
Absolutely, no question about it.
Great. All right, thanks, Kyle.
Thank you.
Next week on Local Fare, we visit a Dallas institution, a brand new hotspot, and another hidden gem. And of course, we'll hear what our guest reviewers think about each other's favorites. If you'd like to be a guest on Local Fare, visit our website, localfaredfw.com. Just click on Be a Guest Reviewer. That's all for this week. Thank you for joining us, and get out and enjoy the local fare.